In this video, I want to talk about saving big bucks from saving seeds for your flowers for next year and how easy it is to do. Here we go. Hi, I'm Bowtie Dave. Hello and welcome to Bowtie Life. I'm Bowtie David. This is our raised bed garden in the backyard. We have a whole bunch of garden beds we're growing, and if you've watched many of our videos, well, first off, if you watched many of our videos, thank you for subscribing, because those of you who have subscribed have made Bowtie Life what it is today. But if you watch many of our 600 videos, you'll know that I enjoy saving money. I enjoy doing this as cheaply as possible. And one of the very big things, one of the first big expenses that we had in our garden is the seeds and buying seeds. Now, this is going to be about saving not only money, but also seeds, and really how easy it is. For example, this zinnia, and if you've seen, I mean, these things are beautiful. I love these zinnias. I was actually gifted the seeds for these from a neighbor last spring. He gave me a small baggie of them, and I planted them all throughout the garden, and I love these giant zinnias. I was growing dwarf zinnias before, but these giant zinnias are amazing. Next year, they're going everywhere in the whole garden, and I'm very excited about that. But these flowers are great for pollinators. The monarchs like them, the bees like them. They're all over them. And I want to show you real quick how easy it is to save flower seeds. And the way this works, this flower in here, you can see this one's already dying. This is called a dead head. And I talk about this quite frequently because this is really important. Because how many thousands of dollars can you spend on seeds and make yourself go broke if you're not careful? But this thing here is full of seeds right here. And I want to show you how these seeds get saved. Every one of these petals in here is attached to a seed, and then there's a whole bunch more seeds in this brown centerpiece right here. Now, we could just drop this flower head in the dirt and it will grow some, but we want to get the most out of it as possible, and I want them to grow in the next spring of next year. So I want to kind of save them a little while. And so let's talk about the quick process, and it really is, of how to save these seeds and how to get them ready for next year. So this is how easy it is, okay? First off, I want to show you, there's a brand new bud still coming out right there. Look at that, brand new flower is going to be coming out. It's actually attached to this bud right here, which is already dead. And this bud, this dead head, we're just going to take it and we're going to grab it kind of securely and pop it off like that. That is a whole bunch of seeds in there. We're in the direct sunlight here, but I want to break this open so you can see how many seeds are inside this thing. And if I go like this, you can see all those are seeds inside. That's a big ball of seeds. And you can see right there in my finger, there's probably 100 right there. That's how many seeds are inside this flower. And I only pulled out one small piece. There might be 200-300 seeds in this totally. And it is every one of those white things just full, absolutely full of seeds. But what do we do with those? Let's talk about that real quick. So one of the first things I do all year long is and these buds die all year long, but one of the very first things I will do all year long is I will take these buds, kind of break them up just right here in the garden, and I will spread them out, and you'll notice here, they're kind of spreading out all over the ground. And some of those, look at there, there's a whole bunch of them right there. Some of those will take. Some of them will germinate. Some of them will get eaten by insects and birds. But you know what? I just spread hundreds of seeds from one dead flower that didn't cost me a bit. In fact, they're falling down here. Guarantee there's going to be some growing right here. I just planted a whole bunch of those orange zinnias right here in this little area. And here within a month or so, we're going to start shooting up in this area. That's the first thing to do. They will sit there. Now they will need to dry, and they will do that. They'll sit in the ground and they'll dry a little bit, get ready. set down a root and become new. If you really want to, you can sit there and disturb a little of the soil, but this is how it happens naturally, folks. This is exactly how nature happens. And so this is one way to kind of encourage the growth of these things and have even more beauty in the garden. Now here we have a plate of flowers that I've been saving for a while, and occasionally I'll just bring one or two of them in and leave them in a plate in the window where they dry, and these have dried. And you can see, like this one here, and by the way, if you want to see how these come out, be sure to subscribe, because we'll be planting these seeds in the spring of next year, and if you subscribe, you'll be able to come back and see what's going on. Like this video, share it with your friends on your social media pages. But can you see all the seeds inside there? Just hundreds and hundreds of seeds. These are all seeds, those little white things. Now these are dry seeds. These have been sitting in the window for a while. And I'm going, as I'm going like this, I'm just picking them off that core in there. And these will be ready to plant next spring for a beautiful garden with great big zinnias, giant zinnias. I'm very excited about that because I love the giant zinnias. In fact, this year I realized I was still focusing on dwarf plants, even though we've been in this house for 3 years now, and realized I don't need to be focusing on dwarf plants because we have a lot more space, and I should be. So all those white things in there are seeds ready to go. Look at that, just ready to go. And sometimes I'll just sit here at the table and peel back the seeds and break them loose. Look at there. Just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of seeds. Comment below if you save seeds, what kind of seeds you save. We save a lot more than this. In fact, I've got another video coming up on the okra seeds we're saving, because we have a ton of them getting ready to pop out of their little husks. So again, be sure to subscribe. See, now this one's a little, this one I suspect is probably not a giant. This one is probably one of my smaller ones that I used to be growing. I'm going to mix them in. I like the surprise of the color. So that's all there is to it. And this little core here, I'll just set aside. And so there you have it. These are the seeds we were just working on. These are more that I will be working on, but you can see these are the petals of the flowers, and some of them actually, now that one does not. Oh yes, there's a seed right there, right on the end of that petal. These petals have the flowers right there, have the seeds right there on the end. That's a seed right there, and they can be picked off, or they can be just used like this. You can put as little or as much work into it. Remember, we're saving money, and time is money. So if you don't want to do that much to it, it's fine too. Just pull them off the core so you can sprinkle them out as you're planting them. But yeah, so that's really all I wanted to show you today. This is just another way to save money. This video is not very long. It didn't take me much longer than that to do all this. So I do, like I said, I do save these dead heads throughout the year. Every once in a while, if I'm walking in and I see one or two, I'll pick one or two and I'll bring it in and just sit it in the plate in the window. But these are all dry. These are ready to go. And in the spring, when I'm ready to plant zinnias all over the place, I will literally be just spreading these out, broadcasting them throughout the property for beautiful zinnias in a lot of beds. And I'm looking forward to that. Have a blessed day.